If you guys have been paying attention, I covered this a little bit before too, but everyone's freaking out that World War III is on the horizon. I don't think it is, but the reaction from one specific group is hilarious. And I quote, "If World War III is coming up and women's want equal rights so bad, maybe we should start drafting them too." And the response, me and the girls, "Oh look, everyone's happy to be a domestic housewife now." 83,898 at the time of this recording retweets. 311,139 likes at the time of this recording. And all I have to say to this is too little too late, bitch. No takebacks. You have made your bed, you get to lie in it. And before anyone talks mad shit, I'm just, let me reiterate. I know it's a psychological thing too. I mean, that's actually one of the reasons the Viet Cong used women and children as weapons of war, basically, is because a man gets, unless there's something wrong with them, they get pretty fucked up when, not only when they're forced to kill a woman or a kid, but when they just see one die and get horribly maimed and whatnot. But this only extends to ladies, not Western, strong, independent, feminist women. I've said this before, but I laugh when I see feminists crying that, oh, they want some traditional man. Oh, chivalry is dead. Where's my chivalrous prince in shining armor on a white horse? The answer's always the same. You want a traditional man, you better be a traditional woman. If you've given up all of your traditional female roles, don't expect to find a man who's gonna do all the traditional male roles for you for basically nothing in return. So if all these women who just wanted to be housewives in the first place, they're probably going to be fine. But these fucking Trigglypuff, big red type feminists, yeah, this ain't going to work. First of all, no guy's going to want you anyway, so good luck. And second off, fuck this shit. Nah, these women, this is what living in the first world with no real problems does. It created the most privileged leisure class to have ever existed. And they still wanted more. They still tried to play the victim. Oh, boo-hoo, I'm being so oppressed. As I am a part of the most privileged leisure class to have ever fucking existed. I need more shit. I need less people expecting things of me. I should just be given shit because I'm entitled to it. I deserve it. But as soon as you may actually have to pay for some of that shit, as soon as you have to accept some responsibility with your rights, on second thought, you can have no, it doesn't work this way. If you've been reaping the benefits all these years, you can't just take it back. Now, younger women, you get a pass. If you're maybe the generation after Gen Z, yeah, you got a pass right there. But every single woman who's grown up and reaping the benefits of feminism, you don't get to back out now. I'm sorry. You're not going to get away with, chances are pretty high you are going to get away with it, but I'm going to call out the bullshit. Because let's face it, the manginas are going to let them get away with anything. All these women have to do is pretty themselves up a little bit and start crying. And all of a sudden, every mangina in the country will be like, oh, it's fine, dear. I forgive you. And as soon as the danger is over, the mask comes off and they go back to their usual horrible fucking selves again. But this is the kind of shit that really does piss me off. I mean, the male equivalent of this, actually, was when the Afghanistan and Iraq wars started and the National Guard was being deployed. You had all these guys whining like little bitches Like I only joined the National Guard so they'd pay for my college and get job benefits. I didn't actually expect to be called out to do my fucking job or anything. When I signed on to the National Guard, I thought all I was going to do was go train a few times a year and lose a few weekends. I didn't sign up to actually go to war. This is so unfair. I'm going to give these women the same reaction I gave those soy boys back then. You can't just sign on to something and reap the benefits and then suddenly change your mind when it comes time to pay for what you've already taken. And this applies even to women who don't consider themselves feminists, because every time I talk about a subject like this, someone is there reminding me that RDE, less than 10% of women consider themselves feminists. You can't just lump all of them in. Yes, I can, and here's why. Because the other 90% has no fucking problem staying silent and reaping the benefits of feminism. Yeah, they only complain when it negatively affects them in some way. But otherwise, talk to a woman who doesn't consider herself a feminist. Do you think she'd be willing to sign away some of these rights that she has without responsibilities? Oh, fuck no. They may not consider themselves feminists, but they've had absolutely no problems reaping the benefits of feminism all these years. So they as well share in this guilt, you know? If they've been reaping the benefits of #equality all these years, then even though they don't identify as the group that's been pushing the hardest for it, it's time to pay the piper, bitch. Not going to be getting out of this one. Well, let me reiterate again. They will get out of it. Even in the current year military, every time a deployment is about to happen, all of a sudden, all the women get pregnant. Oops, I guess I can't be deployed now, teehee. So women will always find a way to get out of responsibility. It's just a given. And it's only a given because men keep letting them get away with it. And I can guarantee you men will let them get away with it again. But in this case, what's the alternative for them, honestly? Because if there was a World War III, then all of us men are going to be drafted and forced into war. What are all these women going to do? You think they're just going to be sitting around going to spas and having their nails done all day while they bitch about how hard they have it? Fuck no. They're going to be working all the jobs that men vacated. Their #equality is going to be put to the test. This is what happened in World War II. When all the men were out fighting, the women were conscripted into doing the factory jobs. And that's what's going to happen again. So all of you feminists who are in some cushy office job right now, thinking you have it so good and you can keep it because men are suckers and are going to let you get away with anything, once all the men are overseas fighting, there's not going to be any demand for whatever the fuck your office job is. You're going to lose that job, but hey, the factory across the street making M1 Abrams parts is going to be hiring. So roll up your sleeves, ladies. Shit's going to get interesting. And that's all I got to say about that one. Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.